Unresolved Problem segment tonight. The Obama administration believes that climate change is a frontline issue, that global warming must be addressed immediately. Now, that pleases organizations like Greenpeace, who are now saying the wildfires in California are spreading quicker because of climate change. Now, we invited Greenpeace on this evening. At first, they said, yeah, well, come on, but suddenly changed their minds and ran away. But joining us now from State College, Pennsylvania, AccuWeather guy Joe Bastardi, who thinks Greenpeace's wildfire theory is wrong. Okay, Joe, now what do you think's going on with Greenpeace? Why didn't they show up tonight? And is there anything to their wildfire spreading quickly theory?
Well, I don't want to disparage them. They've done some good things. In this case, I think their house of cards goes up in smoke when you compare it to the foundation of fact. I'm going to show you the facts over the last 2 years. If you look at this map, California has been very, very dry. Why is that the case? Well, whenever the Pacific Ocean starts cooling and the global temperatures start to cool, California gets dry. You see this ocean temperature presentation. All this cold water off California means the air sinks over top of California. When it sinks, it dries out. So global cooling is actually a cause of drought in California, which, by the way, is a dry climate naturally. And to prove to you that the globe is actually cooling, if you look at the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, their forecast was for temperatures to go up, up, up. And over the last 10 years, you can see in an up and down manner, they are coming down. So there's no question about the fact that at least over the last 10 years, it's cooling.
Okay. Why is the global warming movement so successful throughout the world?
Well, I think people haven't been confronted with the facts. And, you know, I don't ask people to believe me. I ask people to go and arm themselves and build the facts for themselves. Go look for the facts for themselves. The biggest secret behind all this is right up my alley with the tropics. You see, for while the Earth was supposed to be warming a little bit, the atmosphere over the tropics was supposed to really be warming up quite a bit. This is up at 30 to 50,000 feet. That would trap warmth underneath, and what has actually been happening? Nada. And consequently, an inconvenient truth is that tropical cyclone accumulated energy is down at record low levels, not record high levels.
Okay, but again,
you have to look globally.
Your stats are very solid, which is why we put you on a program. But this big industry, and the President of the United States is on board of the industry. Al Gore has made $100 million from it. I don't understand why so many people around the world just buy it. They just believe, like Greenpeace comes out and says, okay, the California wildfires, terrible, are spreading faster because of global warming. You say that's bull, that there's no science to back that up. But I'll submit to you, Joe, millions of people believe Greenpeace. They don't even care about the data.
Well, that's a problem in society today. You're a historian. You know the facts. You have to go back and look. For instance, let's take the hurricanes. Hurricanes are stronger now. Oh, is that so? How were we measuring hurricanes out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico back in 1920, 1930? When you look at a hurricane now, it's like we have a patient tied up to an IC unit. We're constantly monitoring every single second. If you look at the strength of landfalling hurricanes, for instance, they're no different than what they were 30, 40, 100 years ago. In fact, the 1944 hurricane up along the eastern seaboard, 600-mile wide diameter of hurricane-force winds drove the boardwalk in Atlantic City back to Baltic Avenue. The point of the matter is, look at the history, look at the facts, go arm yourself, and then you make the call yourself.
All right. Well, that's why Greenpeace didn't show up, because they knew that you had the facts and they didn't. Joe, thanks very much. When we come back, Miller time on the president's speech this evening and the Van Jones resignation. That